Edmonton, Alberta on the penultimate night of 2020. Finally, and everything's still up in the air in Group B at the World Juniors. This game will solve part of the puzzle. Oilers prospect, Swedish captain Philip Broberg back in the lineup tonight after missing the last one. Vasily Podkolzin had a great night last night against Austria, the Russian captain. They can win the group.
Sweden has won the last 2 preliminary round meetings against the Russians, but the Russians have won the last 3 in the medal round. James?
What makes the 54-game streak so impressive? Yes, a lot of games that they were supposed to win, but 3 wins over Canada, 2 over the U.S., and perhaps most impressive, 7 over Finland and 7 over Russia.
Welcome to the final game on day 6 of the 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship. Longtime rivals, Russia and Sweden, battling in Group B. The officials are Brett Rowland, referee from Winnipeg, Carter Sandlak of London on the right, Tarrington Wyonzek from Regina, and Adam Harris from Hamilton are the linesmen. Starting in goal for Sweden is the 18-year-old Jesper Wallstedt, a late 2002 birth date, so he's eligible for the upcoming National Hockey League draft. A .920 save percentage in the Swedish Hockey League this year. And for Russia, it is Yaroslav Askarov, has a .909 save percentage. He was pulled last year in the semifinal game against the Swedes, won by Russia in overtime. There's 30-year-old Joel Ronmark, who's taken over as the head coach for Sweden after their head coach Tom Mutton failed his COVID test, and 60-year-old Igor Larionov, 14 NHL seasons, a 3-time Stanley Cup winner, Olympic gold medalist, and now the head coach of the Russian national junior team.
Good. All right, boys, let's have some fun here. Hold, whoa. Here we go.
Carter Sandlak with the drop. His dad was the top forward of the '86 World Junior Championship. He was known as House. He was in that game. Rodion Amirov gets loose behind the Swedish goal. Centers a bouncing puck. And Amirov back on it. And Wallstedt had to be careful there. Kept alive by Amirov. Winds it back across. Vasily Podkolzin jams right to the side of the goal. Puck still loose. They score. Amirov on the rebound. And Russia takes the lead 37 seconds in.
Wallstedt's got his hands up to the sky. He thinks he was interfered with. Igor Larionov goes with his top line to start the game. They had a big night last night. A couple of goals for Podkolzin. And they score as they did last night, driving the puck to the net. And there's Amirov, who scored on a penalty shot last night, cleaning up the garbage. This goal is fine.
It's going to be reviewed. The officials are going to look at it.
Podkolzin gets inside of Philip Broberg, the Edmonton Oilers first rounder. Broberg doesn't lean hard enough on him, and so that gives Podkolzin the lane to the net. Look at this strong drive by Podkolzin. Broberg's behind him out of position, as is Thomas Bjornfot, who doesn't have Rodion Amirov. And as they look at this, Amirov gives Russia a 1-0 lead.
No goal. Plays under review.
So the call on the ice is no goal.
After reviewing the play, we got called on the ice stands, no goal.
Icing is called, and you've heard a lot about it. The beat goes on for Sweden. 54 consecutive wins in the preliminary round. In that streak, however, 1 gold, 5 silver, 2 bronze. They've lost in the semifinals 6 times during the streak. Steps up, and the puck played out by Theodor Niederbach. Up ahead for Brantford. Soderblom on it. Almost Soderblom comes driving in. The hulking Swedish forward winds it down. Sundstedt in behind the goal to Holtz. Alexander Holtz feeds it back, and a hard drive there taken by Broberg. 2020 NHL draft was a star in this building in the 2018 Holinka Gretzky Cup. Bashkirov works in, gets loose, taking the shot away, just rolled off his stick. In Russia's win over Austria.
Here's that move by Bashkirov as he gets around Janssen. Really nice play coming back by Holtz. Here's Holtz gonna find Broberg. Askarov can't catch it, but he's able to make the save, and this is a high stick. Bang, right in the mouth. But congratulations to a team that went through just a difficult road.
Now a backhand shot and a great chance there for Afanasyev. And the save made by Volstead. The centering pass was knocked down by Gunler. Bardakov comes in. Centering pass. Khrushchev, a quick drive. Podkolzin brings it back. Kirsanov shoots at a sharp angle. That goes high. To Chichikov. Lead pass, a race for it. Gritsuk was there, but that's knocked away from him. By Soderstrom. Scooped up Gritsuk. A centering pass. Score! Tapped home by Afanasyev. And Russia's grabbed a 1-0 lead.
Sweden has possession of the puck, but the two defensemen get tight together. They don't spread out, so there's no D-to-D pass available. And this is a sweet feed back through the defenseman Soderstrom's legs, and there's Afanasyev, just talking about him a moment ago, goes to the goal crease and jams this from the blue paint behind Volstead. The Swedish mix-up on the blue line creates a chance, and Russia doesn't make any mistake. They've dominated the first 7.5 minutes.
Niederbach. Off ahead, that long shot by Soderblom, knocked away by Askarov. Moves it across the line. Podkolzin gets a step on Braston. Walks in a backhand shot. Volstead makes the stop on the dash by Vasily Podkolzin.
One time off the right wing, this time off the left wing as Podkolzin gets the puck at center ice and kind of finds some room outside the defense. He gets around Brandstrom and then drives straight to the front of the net. The Swedes a little soft there as once the rest of playing the puck, sometimes not very efficiently.
Abramov works in a centering pass. A quick shot for Safanov. Shot by Volstead. Chichikov. Back for Mohamedulin. Mohamedulin. Rink wide pass, and they drop it back. Chichikov plays it across. And a hard shot by Abramov.
I'm going to go 1-40. That's a long time.
Gunler feeds it back in front. Rebound score! Costmar. And Sweden's right back even with 5.5 to go in the period.
That's Costmar's second goal of the tournament. The Vancouver 7th rounder in 2019. He gets left all alone. Watch it, 14 in yellow. Mohamedulin is with him behind the net, and Mohamedulin gets kind of skating around, but number 7, Bischoff, is his defense partner. When you can throw a blanket over top of the two defensemen, you got real problems. Askarov is pointing to the front of the net. He knows Costmar's open, but Costmar's able to swat this through the legs.
Soderstrom. Holtz shoots. That's gone by Askarov. Drops it back to Holtz. Soderstrom. Long wrist shot, and again through the screen. Askarov makes the stop. For the Swedes at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup here in 2018. Henriksen was not available to the Swedes for this tournament. Podkolzin's taken down by Johansson. That'll be a penalty. Interference will be the call against Johansson, who's shaken up. And Russia gets a late power play here.
Johansson going straight to the bench here.
What if a skate caught him?
That's my first thought, Gord, is Podkolzin got knocked over at the blue
number
line.
9, 2 minutes interference.
We'll get a look at this as Raymond's back pressuring. Oh, you know what? Watch Podkolzin's foot. It's going to go through Jansson's legs. And I'm not so sure about that. Podkolzin is so strong. Man, he's like a bull. And he got into the feet of Johansson and just pulled him down as he was headed to the ice.
Chichikov with a bouncing puck, couldn't hold the line. Costmar pokes it ahead. Drops it off. Mohamedulin to Abramov. Drop pass, and Chichikov. That's stripped away from him, and the clearing attempt by Andre was knocked down at the line by Kenyaza. Now turned over. Khusnutdinov feeds it across, and the man who turned it over saved it. Alex Brandstrom.
Oh, Podkolzin was open. That was going to be a one-timer and a desperation defensive play for the
Amirov.
Swedes.
Banks it off the end boards. Khusnutdinov waiting for it. Khusnutdinov citizen. Podkolzin backdoor pass. They score! Amirov from Podkolzin. A power play goal. Russia's back on top.
And this one will count. These two had hooked up early in the game. 40 seconds in. Waved off with a goaltender interference penalty. And on the power play, after a couple of near misses, Podkolzin's going to make a slick play by the goal line and head up as soon as he turns. Nice play by Khusnutdinov to Podkolzin. Look at his head up the whole time. And Amirov's shot is almost stopped by Volstad, and he's helping the goaltender, or helping the officials out, as his goal will count. Back-to-back games with a goal, and the Russians, on their second power play goal of the tournament, lead 2-1.
Second-round pick from the Wild to those two first-round picks. And I love Amirov here. He puts it in, and then he gives it he's going to steal Austin Matthews' thunder.
Third World Junior Tournament. He's the captain for a reason. He's leading by example. And the Russians, in my mind, dominated most of that period. A lot of it on the back of number 19.
And the puck chipped in for Podkolzin. Here he comes again. Podkolzin peels back in the corner, drops it back at the point. Mohamedoulin's shot was blocked by Holtz. Chipped ahead to Raymond. One-on-one with Chichikov. Lucas Raymond streaking in. Throws it back in front of Amirov. Took that away.
Raymond's got to shoot that puck. He's down the wall. He's got a terrific shot. Release it. I mean, the behind-the-back hope play's not going to get it done.
Now back to the waist. Podkolzin shot. Volstad makes the stop and hangs on.
Somebody on the Swedish defense is going to have to put a shoulder into Podkolzin. He's just, with no fear, driving towards the net every time. You've got to back him up a little bit. He's such a powerful skater. Watch him get outside of Broberg here, and he drives right to the net. Broberg has to get his shoulder as low as Podkolzin. You have to deny him or make him think you're going to deny him the net, or he's going to drive in there all night.
Scored a hat-trick in the gold medal game against the Russians, including the overtime winner. And now a jam play at the side of the goal. Long lead pass for Raymond. Rink wide he goes. Sundsvik in, shoots, and Askarov. And Stefanov picks it free. Walks out, slides it back. Knyazev shoots off the outside of the post.
If you're coaching the Russians, you mean you just ditch it in the corner to your defenseman.
Soderblom gets free. Spins and shoots. Askarov makes the stop. If the follow-through of a shot or pass hits you in the mouth, it's not considered high sticking. The IHF has no such rule. Now, the fact that he's on his
knees. I mean, this I can't even. I mean, they're going to talk about it, as they should, but as you mentioned, Gord, as he's on his knees, it's not a high stick. Here's the deflection by Spiridonov off the goal post.
Drops for Holtz, who's back out there now for Sweden. Alexander Holtz jumps in, gets a shot away. Askarov makes the glove save. From there. And that actually shook up Kuznetsov. Drop pass by Gritzik to Abramov, works in, feeds it back across, and that pass misfired.
Abramov's got to be selfish. He's 7 feet from the net.
And the smooth skating, Albert Johansson brings it out. Look at him go. Ooh, long shot. Askarov makes the stop. Those are those bad skating Swedish defensemen, right?
Correct. Oh, what a nice play.
Bardakov moves it back in front of backhand shot. Great chance there for Groshev. Turned away point blank by Volstad. Groshev back with it. Drops it back, and a long shot. Taken there by Chika, his glove by Volstad. What a chance there for Groshev. It remains a 2-1 Russia lead. Sundsvik plays it back at the point. Berber can't hold it. And almost away short-handed there was Bardakov, and Bardakov does pick it up. Walks in and shoots. Pad saved by Volstad. Sundsvik drops it back. Gunler holds the line well. Robert feeds it back to Holmstrom. Costmar, a quick shot. And the save is made by Askarov. Soderblom back with it. Long shot. Soderblom a chance. Rebound. Holtz at the goal post. Bring it right off the post, and now Soderstrom with it. Holtz. This pass for Holtz was knocked away. There's that pass you talked about, Ray. Holtz and Raymond trying to feed it across. Long shot there by Soderstrom. Bounced off a leg. Holtz has it back. Raymond walks in, waits, shoots, bounces puck in front. Soderblom couldn't quite reach it. Soderstrom feeds across to Raymond. Back to Soderstrom, a shot that was blocked. Podkolzin got away. Holtz with a chance. 3 shots on goal for Sweden on power play.
Podkolzin felt that he's a little slow here after that block.
Exhausted, penalty killers up. Soderstrom feeds it across. His power play's been out there as well for the Swedes. Holtz works across the top along the wrist shot. He was that high and wide.
Askarov using a player's stick as his goal stick is behind the net.
Now another penalty coming up.
That was inevitable.
Soderstrom shoots, it goes off a leg. Yazev tied up by Soderblom. He maintains possession. The centering pass goes back, and the shot taken by Gunler. The Russians can't touch the puck. Jernfot. Back at the point. Broberg along the wrist shot. That goes wide. Jernfot. Broberg stick broke on that shot. Now Gunler back with it. Gunler shoots. Askarov makes the pad save, and finally the Russians touch up.
Been good for them.
Broberg across to Gunler. Lines it across. Here's Broberg. Back to Gunler. Shoots. He fired that through. It's the first shot we've seen him take along the ice.
That pass through to Sunsvik.
Costmar. First crossing there. With Sunsvik. And Gunler knocks it down. Walks in, shoots, and fired that wide as well. Slides that back to Raymond. In comes Lucas Raymond. Walks in and shoots. It's off the leg and wide. Here's Holtz back with it. Soderstrom feeds it back to Raymond, drops it back to Soderstrom. Long shot through traffic in a shin pad. It's pounded down the ice by Vashkirov. Down the ice and a race for it. Icing waved off is racing in for the Russians. With Afanasyev in, shoots. Holtz makes the save. Rebound. Afanasyev shoots. And that was blocked by Hedstrom. There's centering pass. Holtz missed on it. Soderstrom to Johansson, winds and shoots. Askarov makes a stop through the traffic.
And out of the zone, really nifty play. Another Detroit draft pick, another second rounder for the Red Wings. We've got buckets of those picks here in the last couple of years.
We've got 5 prospects on the Swedish team. Now bouncing puck in from the hole. Oh, he's a post again. Now rebound, score.
He missed the easy one. The puck spun off his stick and bounced wide of the net. And as Askarov was headed back to the net, this puck hits his foot and goes back into the net, just a few inches over the goal line. Raymond's shot, or rather the point shot, is stopped. He's got the whole net, and he hits the side of the net, and then this one goes in.
So to be clear, he's had 2 open shots that hasn't scored, but his goal comes from there.
Funny, now he's going to feel so much better too. Like, look at that puck just spun on him. He hit the side of the goalpost, and as Askarov is scrambling back into position, the Swedes have tied the game at 2.
We've talked about the close games between these two over the years. Some of the best games we've seen at the World Junior. Amirov works in. And to feed it back in front, he ran over Walton. That's going to be a penalty against Amirov.
Here's Amirov, who scored in the first period. Driving to the net, he gets a little bump from Johansson and then ends up running into Wallstedt.
Raymond drops it back. Soderstrom along the wrist shot. Rebound loose in front. Soderstrom battling for it. Puts it back, and the line is held by Soderstrom. Here's Holtz with it. Holtz shoots. Askarov save, and he pounces on the rebound. Gunler's all teed up for that one-timer. Broberg sends it across. Gunler in, shoots, and winds his way through center ice. Flips it ahead to Amirov. Khusnutdinov, in the backhand shot goes wide. It's the most hotly contested neutral zone faceoff we've seen in a while. Jernfot gains center ice and fires it down. Niebeck on it.
Oh, that's a terrible penalty.
Ramov just dumped Costmar on the slot.
Costmar sucked him into that penalty the whole way down the ice. Remember, those two were battling after on that neutral zone faceoff. And in the first period, Costmar had grabbed on and not let go of Podkolzin. He does the same thing to Abramov, and Abramov gets frustrated and takes the bait. and this will be the 5th Swedish power play. So watch off the draw here. The two of them are going to battle away and scrum away, and eventually they're going to come out of here. But Costmar is going to grab onto him. Look, he's got his stick, and he's holding on to it. He won't let him go. And he's just being an aggravate. So now he skates away, and Abramov is going to follow him up the ice. And this is a brutal penalty for him to take.
The power play with 7 shots. Abramov starts his period in the penalty box. As Raymond works in, Lucas Raymond diving in. The puck squirted off his stick. Lucas Raymond drops it back to Soderstrom. Holtz snaps it back to Raymond. Back to Soderstrom, a hard shot. A Skarov save. Rebound loose in front. Niederbach reaching for it. Kirsanov hit the official with that clearing attempt. It stays in. Niederbach to Raymond. Final second of the power play. Raymond in, shoots. A Skarov got a piece of that. Holmstrom lays it back at the point. A hard shot taken by Bjornfot. Stopped there by Podkolzin. Back across to Mohamedulin walking in. Feeds it back. Amirov with a shot. And the save made up high by Wallstedt.
We've spent a lot of time talking about the Swedish power play. 5 attempts, and Elmer Soderblom, the 6'7", 227-pound mammoth in front of the net. Askarov has to fight through him, and Soderblom's got good hands.
Kirsanov moves out ahead. Chance back in front. The pass there from Bartikov just missed. Here comes Holtz with a chance. Holtz drops it back. Sundvik with a chance. And Sundvik turned away by Sundvik. With it. In across the line to Raymond. Walks in and fires. That just missed. Costmar lays it back down to Gunler. He drops it back. Broberg works in. Oh, what a move by Broberg. He's sent flying as the puck just trickled wide.
Well, and Broberg's on the limp a little bit here as he gets up slowly.
He's just back in the lineup, missed the game.
He's going to head straight to the Swedish bench.
That shot was hammered high and wide by Bjornfot.
Now he's got to turn around to play the puck. He was the last man back.
He is limping. Now back at the point, a hard shot taken by Costmar. Comes in off the bench. Mohamedulin. Lines it back across. Amirov works in. Rodion Amirov with a shot. And Wallstedt makes the save.
In the first 2 periods, we talked a little bit about the struggles of Philip Broberg. Not a good night for him. Here he makes a slick move around Spiridonov. Now he's going to lose his balance a little bit. As he gets right to the goal, he'll go flying over top of the goaltender, and when he lands...
As Andre got a stick on that. Now Podkolzin brings it back. In on Andre. Podkolzin sends it back in. And a penalty coming out of Holtz as he took down Amirov. Kirsanov with it. Lines back in the corner. The extra skater comes on. It's Afanasyev. Khusnutdinov with it. Back to Amirov. Brought in Amirov, a long shot. Wallstedt fights that off and punches it away. It'll be Russia's turn for a power play as Holtz goes off for the hook.
It's the first period.
Chichikov drops it back to Mohamedulin. Works his way in. Stefanov is parked in front. Chichikov lays it back across. Abramov is center pass. Stefanov goes through the legs. Wallstedt down. They jam away at it. And Wallstedt keeps the pad down. The Russians are arguing that the puck is in the net.
Really good puck movement by the Russians here, and we're going to see a terrific move from Stefanov. We saw Matt Goldie of the United States score on that move on the power play. Through his legs, quick reaction. Wallstedt has to hold it in front of him and then hold the post as the rebound is going to sit there. He doesn't quite get much on it, but it's a good save.
Abramov. Back to Mohamedulin. Long wrist shot, and Wallstedt makes the stop again through the trend line. Amirov back with it. Gaza. Kirsanov in, shoots, scores! Posted in! A power play goal. Russia's back on top.
Gord, we talked earlier about that stretch of power plays that the Swedes had and how it often comes back to bite you. Well, here's the second power play. Khusnutdinov keeps the puck alive, and then he's going to skate directly in front of Valstead. Man, we've been talking about the 6'7" Elmer Soderblom. Well, this screen is by Khusnutdinov. He's 5'9", 165 pounds. He goes by the goaltender right when the puck is delivered. Volstead doesn't pick it up.
Holtz is trying to bust in there. Beachcroft took a hard bump. Now Abramov with Gripsuk. Abramov shrugs off the check, works in, rolls wide. Now a jam play the side of the goal, busting in there was Bjornfot. He's turned away. These players are 3 and 4 years old. Quick chance at the side of the goal.
The Swedes and their #1 centerman is not here.
Now Afanasyev picks it up. Afanasyev, what a move, walks right back in. The puck rolled off his stick. And Khusnutdinov chips it back down to the Swedish zone. Knocked down by Amirov, a shot. Volstead save, rebound. And Podkolzin turned away in tight.
Anytime a decision made with the puck back behind the net as they melt the clock down.
Niederbach, nifty move, gets around Kirsanov, centers it, that's knocked down by Abramov. Scotty Bowman prior to the tournament, one of the pieces of advice Scotty Bowman gave to him was put your best players in a position to succeed. However you have to. Costmar works in, holds and shoots off the goal post. Costmar looks skyward as he rang it off the pipe.
A turnover gives the Swedes the opportunity that they're looking for to tie this game up. Russia's 10 feet from the blue line, and they burp up this turnover. That gives Costmar this opportunity right from the dot. And he's going to go up top. And he goes right over top of Askarov, who makes himself pretty small here. Look how tiny he is. He's 6'4". A little lack of communication on the bench. Remember, this is an entirely new coaching staff. First time they've pulled the goalie, too.
Centering pass, Soderblom couldn't quite reach it as Raymond threw that in front. It's back. Raymond couldn't reach it. Back at the point is Soderblom. Takes the pass from Holtz. Raymond tries to bank that down. Gunler. Back to Holtz. Lots of shooting options for the Swedes. Gunler. Holtz. Raymond directing traffic. Soderblom walks in, feeds across. Holtz unloads, scores! The Swedes are tied with 1 minute to go in the third period. And he's got his 4th of the World Junior.
That puck doesn't leave the zone with the extra man on the ice. The Swedes keep the puck alive, and they're able to slowly control it. Now get it to the place it wants to be. You've got Soderblom in front of the net, but Gunler joins. There's 2 in front of the net. I'm not sure if it's Gunler and Soderblom. Okay. That's Gunler's goal off his shin pad. I can't tell you how similar that is to my first NHL goal. A Ray Neufeld slap shot hit me right about there in the shin pad and went in. It's a thing of beauty, Gord.
They won't complain, will they, in Sweden?
What a comeback here, 3-3.
You mentioned the last 3 between these two have gone to overtime. Afanasyev banks it wide of the goal. Gripsuk with a chance. He whistled that high and wide. Russians are changing. Mohamed Ulin jumps on. Khusnutdinov with a head of steam. Works it and shoots, and Volstead gets a piece of that. And here comes Abramov. Mikhail Abramov. He streaks in. Abramov in, shoots. It's off the stick of Broberg, up and out of play. Bashkirov pokes it ahead. Here comes Amirov. He's got Knyazhev jumping in for the trailer. Bashkirov walks in, shoots. He hammered that high and wide. Afanasyev. Soderblom works it on Kirsanov. Pulls it back in a backhand shot. Askarov to save. The rebound poked wide by Soderblom. What a move by Soderblom there. Now Raymond drops it off to Holtz. Back to Raymond. Lucas Raymond walks it and shoots. He fired it wide. Feeds in for Khusnutdinov. Khusnutdinov drops it off to Podkolzin. Podkolzin dancing around Raymond. Podkolzin drops it back. Khusnutdinov drops Drops it off for Chichikov. 5 minutes of overtime. Chichikov works in, shoots. Volstead holds the post and kicks it away. 30 seconds to go in overtime. Here he comes. Abramov steaming in. Mikhail Abramov works in. He rolled it wide. A penalty coming. And is it going to be a penalty shot? No, it's a holding call against Sweden. 24.9 seconds left, and Russia's getting a power play in overtime.
Gord, I talked about this. The objective is to try and find the forward and attack that side of the forward, and Abramov does it. Costmar's just now, he's got to chase him, and he's just not going to catch him. It's almost like they're in a forward skating race, and that's one that Abramov's going to win most of the time. Doesn't really get a shot away as Costmar commits the foul. And so we'll have a power play here for the last 30 seconds of the overtime.
That'll be 4-on-3.
There's been some terrific chances here in this overtime. Both teams with an opportunity to win. Here's Elmer Soderblom with a terrific move in front, stopped once, and the backhand rebound is knocked away by Kirsanov. And then here's Amirov. Watch the defense work, who denies the pass going back. That was Gunler. So he denies the pass go back to Amirov. And then the puck is shot over the top of the net by Khusnutdinov.
Khusnutdinov wins the draw back to Chichikov. To Amirov. Sees it back across. Khusnutdinov with a chance, and a great stop there by Volstead.
Gord, I checked in with a couple of scouts today when Volstead was playing. Both of them independently said the same thing. One thing he does really well, aside from having economy of movement, is he reads the play. Look, he's deep in the net, so he can go low, post to post, and he smothers that one-time shot, a dangerous shot that would have ended the game. They both said the same thing. It's really remarkable for a goaltender who is rated this highly.
Chichikov feeds it across. Walking in, a quick chance for Amirov. Rebound, score! Khusnutdinov puts home the rebound. And the Russians win it in overtime. The streak for Sweden is over.
What a fantastic hockey game this was. A late power play. The Russians came into this game with 1 power play goal and 7 chances. They get a couple of power play goals tonight. And Khusnutdinov, who centers that top line with Amirov and Podkolzin, ends this game with 5.6 seconds left in overtime.
Russia scores 3 times on the power play to hand Sweden its first loss in the preliminary round in 15 years.
The Russians track this puck down, and Khusnutdinov all by himself in front of the net. Takes the rebound, goes to his backhand, and beats the goaltender, Volstead, through the legs. Volstead doesn't handle this one. And this is a beautiful goal by Khusnutdinov, his second of the tournament. And Russia wins 4-3.
So the Russians finish the preliminary round at 3-1. Sweden goes to 2-0-1 and plays the United States tomorrow. Time now for the player of the game presentations and then the Russian national anthem.
Wow, what a game. And that ends the streak. 54 games. Since Jack Johnson beat them in overtime in Leksand, the Swedes not losing until tonight in the last few seconds of overtime. But what a hockey game between the two teams.